ChicasMan here with Lexi Diamond.
Hi guys.
It's Animal Week, bitches.
Yeah!
You wear it well, lipstick, paint it on. You wear it well, it sure suits you. Work it for me, work it for me.
So this week, returning as usual, we have the mentors, which are Mariah Spanik, Evie Oddly, Bella Couture LaChair, Lacey Fox Vanderpump, and we had another sit-in with Nina Flowers, which is really exciting. Our hosts as well, which are going to be Felony Misdemeanor and Evelyn Evermore.
This week's challenge was Animal Week.
As you can tell. I'm just the party animal, so no need to dress up for me.
You know what, Lexi? I like this look, but not for Animal Week.
Are you spilling some tea with what happened this week?
So starting off Animal Week, we have Dustin Tron. I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to go to the doctors if you have an erection that long. Jesus.
Yeah, that was a huge penis.
So Dustin Tron was doing a lion.
And I just can't wait to be king. What did you think of it, personally?
I liked it, but it was a little plain for me.
A little plain Jane?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. I agree, and the mentors even mentioned this. There was a sense of like incompleteness that came with the performance. There was just a lot where it could have been pushed a little bit further, you know?
Yes, the mentors wanted to see bigger hair.
Yes.
Or a wig of some sort.
Yeah.
So they liked the look, but they felt it was incomplete.
Yeah. I felt like the energy's there, but it just gets stagnant, so then you just kind of get stuck at that same energy level, and we want like the highs and lows of a performance. And that really could have hurt Dustin Tron from being in the top this week, I really feel, because everything else was really well done. The makeup was really well done, and he definitely went out of his comfort zone from what we've seen him do before anyway, so that's really good to see.
Next we have her. Oh wait, no, that was just a her cameo. We have Holly Monroe.
Yeah! I really liked it. I felt like there was a lot of dedication visually, and I felt like there was a lot of effort in like the makeup application, and like the whole concept was well thought out, and like there was a lot of details that were really paid attention to. The performance itself though suffered badly from a technical difficulty that they had. The entire like latter side of the performance was just gone. Like it just wasn't there. It stopped, and so it was a really awkward kind of like, where are you going with this? And it didn't go anywhere, unfortunately. Good thing she wasn't dinged for that though, because that would have like crushed me as a performer if it wasn't my fault and they're like, well, you're landing at the bottom because your song didn't play. Like that would have sucked. Next up on the roster is Karma Nocturne.
So Karma did Black Widow. And I actually liked it. But not
Same.
everybody agrees.
Right before we actually started recording this video, there was like a post on Facebook that was talking about how if you're going to do a Black Widow, you need to have like all these eyes on your face and have all these 8 legs and da-da-da-da-da. And I agree, because it is drag and it is a competition, and you want to go there. Like every single time you want to push it. But I feel like what Karma might have thought was a smart idea may have hindered her in the fact that she was trying to be creative and make it as like, oh, like a Black Widow, like and act like a person, you know? And that kind of play on words, which was really fun and it was really smart, but it wasn't draggy enough. It just wasn't like spectacular enough. I think it's also been done a few times, which is why people were a little like, okay, we've seen this. Like, the makeup was pretty like amazing. We were like, I didn't really understand what was going on at first until like the light angles started hitting her just right, and I was like, oh my god, like it looked kind of creepy too. It was pretty awesome.
It was pretty good. Look, the mentors did say they liked the look. It was polished. However, not for Animal Week.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the mother of all zebras, Jacoba Witness.
Bitch. What a way to shut me up. She shut me the up this week.
Good.
So last week I was really hard on her because I did see like a lot of baby me in her, and there was still a lot of like roughness that came with the performance. And this bitch came out like there was nothing that was gonna hold her back. Like she was dedicated, the look was on point. She didn't pad, which was one of the critiques, but I think like it worked for her this time.
It worked for her.
Because she was supposed to look like an animal, and like that look, the look was just on point. The energy was up, like there was choreography in there that really worked well for the song that she picked. I think she did a really, really good job.
She did.
And I'm really proud of
But
her.
there was one thing that slowed her down.
Which was?
The slippery slope.
Oh, man.
There's a couple times where she slipped, but overall, I think this one was my favorite.
Yeah, I agree.
When I say big, you say queen. Big,
Quine,
big,
quine,
big,
quine,
big,
quine.
bit. Quit, bit, quit.
Big quine.
Cerebellum.
Cerebellum.
Come a chameleon.
You come and go. You come and go.
Sounds like my 17th birthday party.
You're disgusting.
Ew. So we have Cerebellum, who did a chameleon. Okay, so she got clocked on the reveal, and she got clocked on her makeup.
They say the song choice was fun, but I mean, it only took her so far. Honestly, it kind of carried her through the performance, if I'm being honest. And this is like, just being honest, like, I'm going to be a little biased here and say that we're really big fans of her, so it's really disappointing for us to have to say this, but like, it just wasn't her night. It was not her best performance, and I feel like when you're in a competition like this, like, you really, like, you have to be mindful of that, and you have to try to push yourself so much further. It was very one note throughout the entire performance, so.
Next up, we have Dita Von Sleeves,
Sleazy little girl.
giving us some poodle realness.
Yes! I thought it was really cute.
Yeah, I did too. I like the hair a lot.
I was like, no, and then, yeah, it was like, I think where Karma went wrong, Dita Von Sleaze did it right. Where it was like, still human enough for you to see a performer there, but it was still very like animal. Like, and even the way that she used her prop, and excuse me for calling it prop, but her human prop, it kind of cemented that whole concept into place for us as the audience. So it really told the story quickly without having to go too much into detail or anything, which was really cool. She's so cute, little poodle. Poodle.
No.
This was her comeback week. It was really cool.
Yeah, she didn't have too many bad critiques.
Next up, Kalila Cortez.
So the judges thought that Kalila had a good concept. She looked great. She even had a beaver between her legs.
Yeah,
You know what I
I thought
mean?
that was really cute. It was really creative.
Yes, but some of the mentors thought that the sex toy play was a little much.
Yeah, see, the thing about that, it's really difficult for you to push the boundary that far if you're not at the right place and at the right time. And I felt because there was camp with it, and there was like a lot of camp visually, and then for you to push it so far sexually, it was like we as the audience didn't quite understand it, and so it came off wrong. So it was like people were almost turned off by all the sexuality that was going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like, because I felt a little uncomfortable after a little bit. I was like, okay, what's going on? We just have a flailing dick, like a double dick going around everywhere.
But overall, it was a great lip sync, great look, and a great concept.
Yeah.
So,
Visually appealing, good body, like good paint. It was good. It was good, girl. Good job.
next we have Alexis Shane.
Meow.
So Alexis was a cat, and unfortunately for her, her tail fell off.
Like right in the beginning, too.
Yeah. she didn't get clocked for that. She got clocked for her monologue being off.
Yeah, that's super hard for you to do.
Yes.
And I feel like that's like a lot of people are resorting to like monologues like that because it is very entertaining for the audience member, but you have to be so on top of it. Like you just have to be like on top of it like 100%. Otherwise, it just throws the entire thing off, and the effectiveness of it is just diminished by it.
We didn't get riptides this time, so that's good.
There are improvements, yes, and I feel like there was more confidence in this one than there was last time as well, because you would have thought with her tail falling off, because she realized it immediately, she would have been like, oh, like scrambling, and she just kept going with it, like she just pushed through like a true champ, and that was really good to see.
Chanel Banks.
Bow wow. Bow wow.
Whoa. So the judges didn't have anything negative to say.
No, the bitch was on it.
It was a great performance. And can I just say one thing? Yeah. Yes.
And if you need some Chanel Banks memorabilia, be sure to hit us up. Introducing Rawr Babe. Who's your favorite possum?
Reprobate. Okay, so Reprobate had a pretty funny performance. She was, if you didn't get the hint, a possum.
Possum. Trashy.
Makeup was good.
Makeup was good. Hair was good.
Theme was good.
Yeah, everything visually was on point.
Yes, visually it was good. She did. The only thing she got clocked on was her pecs.
Yeah, and honestly, like, me being a performer too and like noticing those things as well, it was like barely noticeable. Like it was noticeable after it was like pointed out, like you could really see the line because of the angle she stood in. But from a front peripheral kind of view, like it was barely noticeable. And so the fact that they were kicking on little stuff like that this early in the competition really speaks as to how good of a performer she is.
Lexi Diamond, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What if I tell you you can save money on your car insurance?
It'd be really interesting.
Veronica Taylor Michaels!
Jesus Christ.
So Veronica Taylor Michaels was giving us Gecko Realness.
Yes, queen.
And it was a good performance. What did you think?
I think it was really good. I think visually speaking, it was like in line. She pulled it off really well. The bald head really worked for her. The tail was huge enough for it to be like flattering on stage. I feel like everything was the only critique that was from the mentor was if you're gonna rhinestone the entire thing. And again, that's another little that's like a nitpicky kind of thing. So that's really good that that's like the only thing that they like threw dirt on her for because everything else was on point.
Christina B. Vanity! Okay, so I'm still rooting for my big girls.
Yeah.
That's never gonna change.
I really liked it too, but I felt like the judges just wanted more dedication all the way through. I felt like the theatrics were almost there. I felt like the look was almost there. I felt like everything just needed to be amped up just a smidge.
Have you seen Black Panther? And I'm not talking about the movie, I'm talking about Lisa Frank Cortez!
Yes! Okay. Talk about, like, unexpected. Like, she came out, and I was like, is she gonna be a Black Panther? And then she was a Black Panther, and I was like, yeah! It was really nice. It was well executed. It was rehearsed. I felt like the people that she had help her did their job effectively. Like it wasn't like distracting or anything. It was really, really well done. One of the best performances of the night. Willow Pig.
She is my squishy, and I will call her my squishy.
Oh.
My light of squishy.
You want to know how I knew that she was going to be one of the top performers of the night?
How?
as soon as she was done, like everyone lost it.
Oh yeah,
I was like, what? Like
eardrums were hurting.
it was like ringing, right? Because everybody was like, behind me, next to me, other side next to me, in front of me, over in this direction, over in that direction, over in the judges' table, back by the bar, over by the bathroom, like everybody. I was like, ooh, my girl, and this is my girl. I'm super proud of her, and this is exactly what I meant when I said that she's super dedicated and super like into what she does, and it really just showed like so much more this week.
Yes, last week she got critiqued on not showing enough facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I quote, "You brought Willow back this week."
Yes.
But we have the cassette next. So she did a unicorn.
I'm gonna be negative Nancy here.
Oh.
It's that time of the video where I drill somebody, and this week it's Lunette cassette. Yeah, I felt like it was promising. I think they even said this. The song choice was really good. It like got everybody hyped
Yes,
up.
the song, I will agree, was good. I totally forgot that song even existed, and I just downloaded it today.
Yeah, so again, good song choice. It just felt like it was kind of just very linear. It was just very stagnant. It just didn't move from there. Like it got everybody hyped up, and it just quickly came back down because it didn't move on from there.
But the mentors do see a uniqueness to her. They just want her to show that more. The vampire bat is the only bat that feeds on blood.
Heavenly powers!
Heavenly powers!
Right, no. That's what I'm saying.
So we have heavenly powers here.
Yes, my girl!
Mentors, they didn't really have anything bad to say. The biggest critique that she got this week was to finish the paint on her arms and her chest.
Yeah, and I felt like everything was consistent. I felt like the story played really well. I felt like the music editing was really smart. And it's funny because it got to a point where it almost sounded like unpolished to hear the mix that way, but that's part of the charm. The way that it was like so cut and dry, that's what made it funny, you know, and that's what really made us enjoy it as an audience. Introducing the Shall Be. I felt like this was a very like Michelle Visage type of critique, where it's like, if you're watching Drag Race this year, talking about Dusty Ray Bottoms, and she's like, what's with the dots on your face? And she's like, that's my signature look. And so she's like, are we gonna see it again next week? It's like, they want you to basically like show your drag persona, like what you're about in drag, but they also want to see that you're versatile and that you can do different things. And because she's already got some rapport in the Denver drag community, and she always likes to do those Latin mixes, which we all love, I think it is appropriate for them to try to request something else and be like, well, we've seen that this is something you can do and this is something you're good at. Let's see what else you can do.
Also, there was a wig malfunction.
Yeah.
Which she got clocked for.
Do you feel like that cost her being in the top?
I think that she was one of the top performances, but I don't think it was a winning performance.
Okay, that's fair to say. It was still very entertaining, and
Yes.
she did a really good job, and she showed who she was and what she's about and what she's capable of, so she did a fabulous job. It was very entertaining. So, ChicasMan. Was I the only one who noticed that there was someone missing from the roster?
No, you did not, and actually I can answer that for you right now. Unfortunately, Mariah had to drop out, but there's still an elimination tonight.
Yes, Queen.
So, in no particular order, can I bring Jehovah's Witness to the front? Jehovah! Can I bring Sarabella?
Sarabella!
Can I bring Lisa Frank Cortez?
Lisa Frank Cortez!
Can I bring Willow Pill?
Willow Pill!
And can I bring Karma Nocturne?
Carbon Nocturne! Make some noise for these bitches!
These are my assholes.
So, the rest of you standing behind me, you are all safe this week. Thank you for competition, but step it up next week. These are our top 3 and bottom 2 of the week. Are you ready to hear your winner?
Yes! I had to shut the fuck in.
Your winner of week 2, Animal Week, is Willow Pill!
Make some noise for Willow Pill, everybody.
Congratulations.
She'll give you a jellyfish.
Congratulations, Willow. You
What, Willow Pill?
Yeah.
I'm so excited she made the top this week. She deserves it.
Me too.
Winner, chicken dinner.
From the 4 that are left standing, can I have Karma Nocturne and Sarah Barrelin step forward? Lisa Frank and Jacova Witness, you are safe and you are the top 3 this week. Congratulations.
Good luck. Congratulations.
My top 3, please leave the stage.
Congratulations. My favorite performer of the night. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
So that leaves Karma Nocturne and Sarah Bellin in the bottom. We're going to have a lip sync battle. So Trax, it is up to you to decide who wins. Tony, let's
So when we moved out to the lip sync battle, it was really intense.
So I gotta say that I didn't want to see either of these two in the bottom 2.
Same.
And I feel like maybe there were other performances that should have been in the bottom 2.
Yeah, but what really turned the tide here is the fact that this was audience voting. It could have just been a circumstance of really just a performer having more of a fan base that was present there that night, because I do agree, and without being shady, I do feel like there was other performances that very well could have qualified themselves as a bottom performance.
So unfortunately, we did have to say goodbye to Sarah Bella.
She did put up a really good fight though, and I felt like both of them brought it, and it was just not Sarah's night.
So that was Animal Week. Once again, I am ChicasMan.
And I'm Lexi Diamond.
And with that, we shall leave you with this.